Hi friends, happy Thursday, the 8th of May, the third week of Easter. It's nice to be with you. I'm Father Bill Hill, priest at Holy Spirit Catholic Community in Rock Springs, Wyoming. I'll share with you a reflection on the daily readings. The readings are linked below. Click the link, read the readings prayerfully, and then turn off the screen. Spend some time with God before you move on to other things. I'm shooting these before the conclave that's happening this week. I don't know when it will be over, like any of us, so probably today will be the last day that I invite us to be praying for the cardinals and for the Holy Spirit in the conclave. But I do invite you to hold that in your prayer until they, guided by the Holy Spirit, select a new pope, a new bishop of Rome to lead the church. So please be praying for that. We have readings from the Acts of the Apostles and from the 6th chapter of John's Gospel today. Remember yesterday we heard that there was a persecution, a severe persecution that broke out against the church in Jerusalem, and it dispersed the apostles and the church in Jerusalem. So we hear a little bit about Philip. And yesterday Philip was in Samaria, and now Philip is inspired by the angel of God to go out into the desert, and he encounters a random court official, a powerful political leader in Ethiopia who had come to Jerusalem to worship. And, the angel inspires him to go to the chariot. And he hears reading of the prophet Isaiah. And then he begins to proclaim Jesus like a lamb led to the shearers. I was silent, so he opened not his mouth. There is a great opportunity to pray in our own willingness to share about Jesus. This is a real challenge for American Catholics. We struggle to share about the way that our life has been changed because of our faith in Jesus Christ. Second thing that I'd invite you to pray into is this court official's willingness, desire, hunger, thirst for baptism. There's water here. There's nothing to prevent me to be baptized. Could I be baptized in this Jesus that you have just proclaimed to me? Do you ever take your baptism for granted? The way that you've been claimed by God in Jesus Christ, do you ever take that for granted? I just invite you to pray that grace might be stirred up again in us, that we might know God claiming us in Jesus Christ, that we might have that same passionate desire as this court official from Ethiopia also had. Help us to know communion in Jesus Christ, communion with the community of faith in the waters of holy baptism. Okay, and then the gospel, John 6. This is after the feeding of the 5,000, and now Jesus explains more and more about this bread of life. And I think that the place to spend some time is the very end of it, right? I am the living bread that came down from heaven. Whoever eats this bread will live forever. The bread that I will give is my flesh for the life of the world. That can be hard, right? We can feel a little cannibalistic, right? We prefer to think about like muscle meat that we eat coming from the grocery store, wrapped in shrink wrap, to use a different term. But this is the term that John is very intentionally using. It's a very physical, carnal sort of a term to emphasize that we are taking up Jesus, that we are consuming, not fleshly tissue, but still sacramentally his body and his blood, the real presence, right? As we would say after extensive reflection, that it is with Jesus that we take him in and he becomes part of us. And the bread that he will give is his flesh for the life of the world. I just invite you to pray into that. And that can be a mystery that can make us squeamish, hesitant, draw us back, but also to rejoice in Jesus who gives so absolutely, completely, and invites us to participate in his life of the world. All right, friends, read those readings prayerfully. Turn off the screen. Spend some time with God before you move on to other things. Pray for cardinals and conclave. Pray for the church throughout the world. Pray for peace in the world. Pray for folks having a hard time. God bless y'all.